Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to continue working on part 2 of this bedroom. Let's get started. So we're going to click architecture and then click model in place. We're going to use generic model again and then OK. And here we're going to start in with extrusion. Pick a plane and we're going to pick this wall. After that, now we could design our table and our entertainment center. So here I'm just gonna have it like that. And this one will be around 500. And then should be around 150 from below. Okay, so 150 from below, and then this will be 500. And then after that, we're gonna add in a desk here. So our extrusion, let's add 600. And let's add in the materials. So we're gonna add in a random materials for now and click finish, and let's look at it 3D. So it's just a box for now, but we're gonna change that later on by adding more information. So let's go back to section again, and then let's click this one and add in, click create and add in a void. Let's add a void extrusion, pick a plane, and let's choose this one. I'm just gonna I'm gonna look for the center. So I got the center like this, and I'm gonna move it in the middle, and I'm gonna mirror this from this center. After that, I'm gonna remove the one in the middle, and let's click finish. And here I will need to look at it at 3D to see what's going on. So I like it. So now I'm actually gonna change this like that. I think it's overpowering to be big. I'm gonna change this to pull it back like that. And then let's go back to the section again and add in the cabinetry, or we could add in the top of this. So we could go to extrusion again, pick a plane. I'm gonna choose this wall again, and I'm gonna extrude it from here, and I just want it at the top like that. AL, I want to align this like that, and let's look at it at 3D and see. I'm gonna push this back a little bit like that. And just a little bit of overhang will be good. Okay, so good enough. Go back to section again. Let's add in, so we could actually finish this for now, but let's set up this as a different material. So I'm gonna choose this, and I want to make sure that I already have a different material for this. So click finish, and then let's add in the desk. And don't worry, we're gonna add more information or details for this so that it could have a more or a better looking entertainment system. So here, let's add in the desk. So go back again to architecture, model in place, and generic model. Press OK. And here, we're just going to do extrusion again, and then pick a plane. Of course, we're going to set it to the wall, and we're going to extrude it from there. So I'm just going to design the wall or the desk using rectangle first. So I'm just gonna have it like that. I'm gonna click on AL to align this, and I want to double check the height. This is too big, so let's change this to 900. And then let's mirror this. And add in the top. I'm gonna change this to 20. And then this one as well to 20. And the one at the top to 20 as well. And then use TR to trim and extend, and delete anything that is like that, and then TR as well. Click finish and change this material. I'm still not sure with the material that I'm gonna use, so I'm just making sure to change it so that when I go to Twinmotion I could just set the materials from there. So I'm just gonna add it like that. Okay, and then we're gonna add in some drawers here, and then we're done with the desk. So let's go back to section, and then let's add in or create the extrusion again. Pick a plane, choose the wall, and choose a rectangle for our extrusion. So this one, let's put it at 300. and then click finish and look at it at 3D first. Okay, and then after that we will add in a void. So go back to section and make sure to change the materials again. We're still not sure what kind of material we're gonna add, so might as well change it. So I'm just gonna choose a random one, and then now create and then void. Pick a plane. I'm gonna choose this plane because this is what I'm gonna void into, and I'm just gonna void one in the middle. So I'm gonna create a line first. Once I create that line, I'm gonna pick a plane and click 5. So I'm gonna click 5 and then void it on there. Click this one and move it in the middle. Let's actually just align it all the way to the top. And let's look at it at 3D. And I'm gonna move this void like that. So we have our drawer for our desk, and we just need to click finish. So let's add in our doors right here. So let's go back to section and component, model in place, generic model, and then here we're gonna add in extrusion. We're gonna pick this plane because we're gonna add in like that. We could actually select this one and we could mirror and align it like that. Click finish. Look at it at 3D. I know it's gonna be like this, so I'm just gonna move it like that. And then maybe we're gonna add in a glass here so that we could just add in a reflection probe and it will bounce back with the reflection of the bed. So one thing I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna add in a handle. So go back to section, create, and then, but before that, let's change this material. So I want to change a material like that. What I'm gonna do also is I'm gonna move this one like that as well, so that we can see there are changes in those levels. Click finish and then go back to architecture, model in place. This will be glass. Okay, pick a plane. Let's just this plane and then click rectangle. And I'm just gonna add in a glass in the middle like that. So this one will be glass. So I'm gonna add in a glass like that. Click finish and then pull this back. Okay, click finish. And we forgot the handle. So I'm just gonna edit in place like that. Go to section and let's add or create an extrusion. Pick a plane. We're gonna pick this plane and we're just gonna add a simple handle. And I want it actually vertically. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mirror this, and then the extrusion is around 20 only. Click finish, finish, and make sure to change the materials. And actually let's change this to 10. So we have our glass here, we have a drawer, and then we have a hinge door here. We're gonna add in our TV here. Let's add in some shelf. So go back to section and let's click finish this so that we could finish the ones right here. And this shelving is, we're gonna add in shelvings at the top of the TV. So we're gonna add in the wall mounted TV here, and then we're gonna add in a shelving at the top and a shelving right here for our study table right here. So same thing, architecture, model in place, generic model, and then click extrusion, pick a plane. We're gonna choose the wall, and then here I'm just estimating it to be added right here. Actually, let's add it all the way here. And we're gonna move it at the top. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this so we could press CO and copy one at the bottom. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this line all the way here. Okay, so we could add in some decorative pieces here, some books here. We have our monitor. We're gonna place a monitor here, and we're gonna add in our TV here. So it will be a nice bedroom. Click finish, and for the extrusion, let's change this one to, I don't know, let's see, 300. And then for sure we need to change the materials, and let's choose plastic. Click finish, and let's look at it at 3D. You know what, let's change this extrusion to be 200 only. Okay, so that will be good. So we're gonna put our chair here as well. We need some side tables, so we could create our tables as well. That's something that I forgot to do earlier. So we're gonna, because we're done here on this area, now we could actually just click on the section and reverse it. And here we're gonna add in the side table. So we're gonna add a side table. So double click here, and then let's design this one. So I'm back with the section, and as we know, we flip it, and then now we're gonna add in some side table. So let's click architecture, and then model in place again, generic model, press OK, and then OK. And actually we could do this on our level 1. So I think it's going to be easier for us to just do it here instead of the section. So here I'm going to click extrusion. I'm going to set it to the floor, pick a plane, and then I'll make sure that the floor is selected. So I selected the floor now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this rectangle, and I'm going to add in something like this. So around 350 will be fine. And let's do it on the other side as well. Make sure to change the material. You don't know the material yet, so might as well add a different materials. And let's just figure out that one later on. And then here, let's do 50 extrusion from the floor. Okay, now that's done. Don't click finish yet. Go back to level 1, and we're gonna add in another extrusion, but this one we need to set it not on the floor, but we need to set it on the extrusion that we just did earlier. So I'm just, give me a second. So it looks like you cannot set it to the extrusion that you created. I'm just gonna stick to the floor. So I'm just gonna do the floor for now, and just do a slightly bigger on this side only. So let's put this one 380, and then let's do it on the other side as well. Click finish, and let's look at it at 3D. So this one I'm gonna pull it up, and I'm gonna pull it up as well from the bottom. I'll make sure that it's over the mattress that we set, and then after this we're gonna add in another top that is over for this overhang from this side. Now don't click the finish yet, but we need to change the material. Let's change this, and then go back to level 1, And then again, extrusion, rectangle, and now we could add it like this. So now let's put this one at 400. Let's do it on the other side. Click finish and then look at it at 3D and pull it up. So I just put it up a little bit. And then now click finish. And we're done with our side table. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to our ceiling plan. As you remember, we created this. I'm just gonna click edit uh, in place, and I'm gonna move this one a lot more. So I'm moving it a lot more, and I'm gonna move this one as well. So I'm gonna edit extrusion for this. So now I'm gonna set this one to 600, and here 600 as well. But I will need to create something like this for the curtain. So I'm gonna press SL to split element and TR to trim and extend. So now once we click finish, and if we look at it at 3D view, you can see that there's a void there, or like an extrusion void here on this spot, so that we could place the curtain around there. To be honest, we could do it more. You know what? I'm just gonna push this back a little bit, and here as well, just a little bit. And then now we could click finish on that. So looks like everything is almost done. The only thing we need to do is we need to finish up the closet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to view, sorry, to insert and load family, and let's see if there's a door that looks good. So here there's like some sliding door that we might it might look nice, so might as well double check. So only thing that we have is pocket doors, and it's not something that I really like. So you know what? Might as well create our own. So here I'm just gonna do something different, or actually it's just the same. I'm just gonna add in another section, and it should be showing this part. Press escape, and then you can double click now here. I don't really know what I should do with this, but so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use model in place again. Generic model. and then extrusion, pick a plane, and I'm gonna pick this wall. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add something like this, and then press AL to align it to the door. And for this one is something that I just want to add. Um, I'm gonna choose another render material. I'll choose this instead. Apply, OK. Click Finish. Look at it at 3D. And I'm gonna push this all the way outside like that. And I'm just gonna click Finish for now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna edit this part and move it like that. So I'm just gonna move that one on this part. Okay. And then let's add in a decorative piece here. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna add another model in place to show that there's a cabinetry here, or some cabinets that you can pull out here. So I will need to add in basically 4 panels. So let's go back to section 2 and click on model in place and generic model. Extrusion, pick a plane. I want to choose this wall. So actually, I want to just add in 2 panels. I want to add this panel, change this material, and it will be like a sliding door. Actually, I changed my mind, not a sliding door. I don't think that will work here. So I'm just gonna add in 3 panels or 4 panels. I want to make sure that like that, and I'm gonna copy each one. And copy the last one. Want to make sure that there's enough space for all the panelings. I think I'm over. So I will need to change it a little bit. That's good. I'm gonna click finish. And now let's just add in the curtain or the mullion. So here, curtain grid. And then let's add in a mullion. It won't be visible anyway because we're gonna add in the curtain. Just gonna flip this and see. Too much. Okay. So I'm ready to send it to Twinmotion, but before we send it, I'm gonna delete this bed. So let's stop here for now and continue on the next video. Thank you for watching and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.